Do you often get the feeling that your days just aren't as efficient or as productive as they could be? Hi, Tom from Wisconsin here. Hey, I know the feeling. I was that way for many years, and it took really some discipline and foresight on my part to develop the organizational skills that I have today. And being a network marketer like you, it's even that much more critical because, as you know, there's no one looking over our shoulder. I have 3 simple steps for you today that'll help you become a lot more organized and efficient and result in a more productive day. Step 1, eliminate all distractors. Those are the simple ones. We've got turn off or shut down your email program, send all phone calls to voicemail. Those of you with family members, make sure they know that you need to stay focused on work. If you have a separate room or a den, it's great because then you can shut the door and literally wall yourself off from the family. And that includes your pets as well. Budget time for them early in the morning or late afternoon. What about external distractors? There are kids playing outside. Maybe you live in a very attractive area. You have a woods or a beach nearby. Do what you need to eliminate that distractor, that attraction. Might involve closing the drapes or the blinds. If need be, do it. Because remember, your business comes first. Step 2, make an agenda. You're probably thinking, hey Tom, I already use a to-do list, or I keep it all up here. What the heck, it's the same process and steps every day. Now again, I've gone that route, and it just doesn't work out. There's so much on our plate nowadays that we need the discipline in the organization. So make yourself an agenda. Need not be anything fancy. I usually just write one up by hand, or you can type one up, either first thing in the morning or ideally the night before. But with an agenda, just like you have with your meetings, you're blocking out time for a task. It could be a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour or more, doesn't matter. But you block out the time and you focus on that. And at the end of the time, let's say 9:15, you close that program and move on to the next task. You may not complete the first task in that allotted time, but it doesn't matter because you accomplish something, and that's better than nothing. Which brings me to my third step and my third tip. Don't start a new task until you've completed the previous one. I know how it is in the creative field. We're writing and we want to keep going because the juices are flowing. And unfortunately then we end up running long on one project, shortening the day and shorting ourselves on the other tasks. Don't start a new task until you've completed or you've focused on that earlier one. Again, the first task may not be completed within the allotted time. You'll come back to it later. But you're staying focused on one project, one task alone. You know, sometimes I get distracted. While I'm working on something, I'll think, geez, I should fire off an email. The problem is when I've done that, now I'm gone off in this tangent. I'm working on an email, and now of course that means I have to look at my messages. No, scribble yourself a note, come back to that later. Focus on the task at hand. So to recap, your 3 important steps: eliminate distractors, make and use an agenda, and stay focused on the task at hand before moving on to the next one. If you do all these 3 steps, I know you'll have a more productive and efficient day. This is Tom from Wisconsin saying, good luck in your business.